What's up, everybody? Welcome to Heresy Financial. My name is Joe Brown, and today, just a quick video for you about the news that recently came out about yet another hack on Robinhood accounts and what you can do to protect yourself. Let's dive in. Alright guys, essentially the point of this video is if you still have an account at anywhere like Robinhood, and so this includes the places like M1 Finance and WeBull, move your account immediately. In today's day and age, it no longer makes sense to trade at one of these places. Maybe a few years ago, where if you had a small account and you traded a lot, then it would make sense for you to trade at a place like this that had no commissions. But all the major platforms you can invest on today, like Fidelity, Vanguard, TD Ameritrade, Schwab, E-Trade, and even some of the older places, like if you go to Chase, now has a platform where you can trade commission-free. Merrill Lynch has their Merrill Edge. It simply does not make sense today to trade at one of these places. Number one, they don't have phone numbers. So when something goes wrong, not if something goes wrong, but when something goes wrong, you will not be able to contact anybody. The best you'll be able to do is to submit a help request through a chat feature or through an email feature. And then most likely you will get an auto response with a list of frequently asked questions that has some word matches based on the question that you asked or the problem that you had. And let's be honest, when somebody steals $10,000 out of your account without your authorization, getting a link for a frequently asked questions page is probably the last thing that you want. Now, I'm not saying that problems don't happen at some of the larger firms, because they do. Especially during times when there's market panics or a lot of market activity. We saw stories, pretty much every major investment firm out there had some sort of outage or system service issue where you couldn't access your trading for at least a short amount of time. But the difference is that when you deal with a large company that has somebody you can call, they compensate you for it. You know, if you put a trade in and you have it at a limit order and the price moves through your limit and you don't get a fill for some reason, whether it's a glitch or a market maker missed your order somehow, and you're trading with M1 Finance or WeBull or Robinhood, you are not going to get a fill on it. Sucks to suck. But if you trade somewhere else where you can literally call and say, my limit order should have been filled because the price traded through my limit, not at my limit. You're not entitled to a fill if price trades at your limit, but you are entitled to a fill if the price trades through your limit. If that happens, you call them up, say, I was entitled to a fill, and they will give you the fill. They'll retroactively go back and they'll work with a market maker to get your trade executed at the price that you put in to make sure you get your fill. Not to mention the fact that if you're trading with anything more than a couple of $1,000s, you're going to get much better fills anyway by trading at one of the larger firms, because they have much greater pull with the market makers because they have a lot more order routing to send their way. And they make their money from things other than just the spread between the bid and the ask getting kicked back to them by the market makers. And so they pass that that price improvement onto you. So most of the time when you're trading, you'll save 1 or 2 cents per trade if you go somewhere like TD Ameritrade or Fidelity or Schwab. Whereas if you trade at Robinhood or M1 Finance or WeBull, the only way that they make their money is basically by those market makers kicking them back the difference on the spread between the bid and the ask, and they don't pass that along to you. So there are plenty of places out there with much better customer service with, you can just go look up online places with the best customer service where users who have issues that get them resolved in a way that is satisfactory and that is easy and simple to resolve those issues. People write reviews about that stuff. Go look it up online. Anytime anybody has an issue with one of these smaller app-based firms that has nobody on the phone that you can talk to, you're screwed. You're out of luck. If you've never transferred your account from one place to another before, it is extremely easy. You don't have to sell a single thing. You go open an account wherever you want your new account to be, and you call them and you say, I have an account at Robinhood, or I have an account at M1 Finance, or I have an account at WeBull. How do I pull it over to you? And they'll have you fill out a quick form and they'll do the work. They'll pull the account over for you. You don't have to sell a single thing. It'll all just transfer over behind the scenes. Now, I'm assuming you've watched other financial channels before on YouTube, and they're always recommending places like Robinhood or WeBull or M1 Finance, because if you sign up for these places, places, they'll have some sort of a lottery system where they'll give you shares of some random stock as a sign-up bonus. Now, the reason that these channels are recommending that is because the people recommending that get a lot of money from those recommendations if you use their links to sign up. But these services are terrible, and when, not if, you have issues, you will not be able to resolve them. Or if you do end up being able to resolve them, it's going to cost you a lot of time and a lot of effort. So do yourself a favor, transfer your account somewhere with good customer service, a more reliable platform, still no trading commissions, and better price fills on your orders. No recommendations from me on which of those platforms to choose, because quite honestly, it doesn't matter which one of the big ones that you choose. They're all great. It's personal preference as long as they have good customer service. So that's my public service announcement for you today. Really appreciate you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button and have a great weekend.